coming to see us again, and Minister Chan, and certainly Harry, and Slava, and Brian. So I'm going to ask you a question. We're going to make this interactive. How many have been to this theater? Let me see your hands. Okay, not bad. How many have been to this theater since the renovation? Okay, not bad, not bad. I thought we were the best kept secret in the country, but apparently some of you have found out about it. So here's the story very, very quickly. You know, a few years ago, the opera and ballet decided to build their own house, their own opera house a few blocks away. And although we were the home for them for 40 years, they decided to leave. And during that 40 years that they were here, we really became the house of Western culture. There was no other culture that was presented here. It was purely Western culture. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But when they left, we faced a challenge. We lost 2/3 of our income, and we said, how are we going to stay alive? How are we going to keep this theater, which is, by the way, is the largest theater in all of Canada, the largest theater. How are we going to keep this theater alive and make it useful and functional for the people and make it relevant for the people of Toronto today, not the people of Toronto back in 1960 when this theater was built? And we looked around and we realized that no one was really doing in any big way, absent Harbourfront, of course, multicultural programming. And we said, we're living in the most multicultural city in the world. And we said, nobody is really bringing in shows from around the world to reach out to our people and to say thank you for being here in Toronto. We respect you, we honor you, and we're programming to you. So we tried, and we said it's a risk, and we tried doing it, and it became an instant success. And we knew that this was the right course to go down. So we closed a couple of years ago to do this wonderful $30 million renovation that you see here today, and those of you that were here before the renovation and those of you here now can understand the difference. But basically our mandate is now 100% focused on delivering as much programming from as many different parts of the world to all of our ethnicities in Canada and in Toronto. And let me tell you a simple story about why we do this and why this gets me out of bed every morning. When we put on shows from around the world, we get the people that come here for the first time. I mean, for the first time, we actually had a Turkish audience in here a few weeks ago. And they come up to me and they say, thank you, because what you have done by putting programming on that is addressing our culture is validating our existence in Canada and in Toronto. Now, to me, that's incredibly important because it means we're helping to embrace all of these folks and making them feel like they're relevant. So tonight is a great honor for me, not just because we have a lounge that we're opening with ethnic channels groups. That's simply a symbol of what the underlying meaning is of this lounge. And that is that the largest multicultural television company in Canada is teaming up with the largest multicultural performing arts center in Canada to say that, yes, ethnicities matter, multiculturalism matters, everybody in Toronto matters, and we're here to reach out, to program you, to touch you, and to make you feel like you're part of this wonderful country and wonderful city. And by the way, you can probably tell from my accent, I'm from New York originally, but I can never hide that.
That's an ethnicity of its own.
That's absolutely. And I came here 20 years ago, and about 5 years ago or so, I became a citizen of Canada because I found this country to be so compelling and so interesting and such an incredible experiment, anthropological experiment, that I wanted to stay here and I wanted to devote my time to helping to knit all our communities together. And that's what we're about. So thank you all for coming tonight. I appreciate it.